What's going on, guys? Killer6 with another top 5 for you, and today we're taking a look at the top 5 XP farms for leveling up in Ultimate Mode. These farms assume that you're in the end game and trying to knock out those final 10 to 15 levels to hit max level 72, but most of these farms work fairly well in Normal and True Vault Hunter as well. So let's just jump right into it.
And here we are at number 5!
Coming at number 5 are two farms, both giving about the same amount of XP in the same amount of time, roughly 20 to 25,000 depending on other enemies that you kill nearby. But I decided to combine these as one option since a lot of the time viewers tell me that they only have or can only afford certain Headhunter DLCs. So this gives you two good options. First, the Snowman is marginally better in my opinion because of the loot you get afterwards. Sure, the Wattle Gobbler gives you 3 red chests, and I've gotten legendaries there several times, but the Snowman gives so much loot that it's hard to argue that it's not the better overall farm. So if you're on the fence about which Headhunter DLC to get, definitely the Marcus Mercenary Day DLC featuring Sir Tender Snowflake.
Moving on to number 4!
At number 4 is one of my favorite things to do, farming Tubby Skags, but more specifically, head to the Arid Nexus Badlands and run this route to fight a metric ton of Skags. Along the way, you'll encounter badass Skags, rabid Skags, and occasionally, if you're lucky, a Tubby Skag or two. This route will net you between 20,000 to upwards of 40,000 XP in about 4 minutes if you have decent gear. So just take a fire weapon and a bee shield and melt these Skags as you easily level up.
We're clocking in at 3rd place!
Coming in at number 3 is Bull and Savage Lee. Now, much like the Snowman and the Wattle Gobbler farm, this one makes the list because of your ability to gear up while doing it. The Unkempt Herald that Savage Lee will occasionally drop is without a doubt one of the best weapons in the game, and farming Lee on Ultimate Mode means that the item will drop at or near your level when he drops it. Likewise, Bull drops one of the most powerful grenade mods in the game in the Fastball. Combined, these two will give about 10,000 XP and about 2 to 3 minutes of work. If you're lucky enough to get Lee to spawn right at the beginning too, then that adds another 5,000 XP and a bonus chance at an Unkempt Herald.
And here we are at number 2!
At number 2 is Mighty Morphin. This quest from Sir Hammerlock has you killing mutated Varkids for samples to take back to Hammerlock. However, you only want to pick up the sample from the very first mutated Varkid. After that, just inject every pod you see, kill the mutated Varkid, and leave the mission item drop on the ground. Be careful about picking up ammo, iridium, and money in this area as you might accidentally pick up the quest rewards, ruining this farm. This mission farm will net you about 40 to 50,000 XP in about 4 minutes or less of work, depending on your gear and your skill level. Now be warned, this is no easy XP farm though. These mutated Varkids are strong, and you actually do earn your 5,000 XP that you get from them. This is another one of those missions that benefits from a bee shield and powerful elemental weapons, or maybe a nice Unkempt Herald that you got earlier from Savage Lee.
Honorable mention!
For the honorable mention, I want to cover a few farms, starting with the Tree Ants in the Tiny Tina DLC area, the Forest. It will take you maybe 10 minutes to get to this part of the Tiny Tina DLC, but it's worth it for a few reasons. First off, you get about 30,000 XP per run through the forest. But even better, you get a chance to land yourself a bee shield drop from them, which will help with all the other farms on this list. Next is King Mong and Donkey Mong in the Iridium Blight. On UVHM, King Mong gives about 10,000 XP and Donkey Mong adds another 5,000 XP. This farm takes maybe a minute tops if they both spawn in the same area at the start. Next is the Infinite Rat Glitch in the Vault of the Warrior. Simply aim here and hold down your triggers. If you have an infinity pistol and a strong rubber band, you can set this up to farm XP for you while you sleep, or while you go shopping, or while you eat dinner. Finally, the infamous Barroom Brawl. This one generally requires sham fleeting, so I kept it off the list because not many people who are leveling legit will have a good sham in Norfleet. This is more of a get your high level friend to help you kind of farm.
And finally, here we are at number 1!
At number 1 is one of the easiest and most XP rewarding farms I know of, Bad Maul. Simply travel to Bloodshot Stronghold and go out to the door to Three Horns Valley, and Bad Maul will basically stand still while you murder him and his midgets. Once again, a bee shield and a good weapon, I used a Sandhawk here, will melt him. This run takes less than 20 seconds and earns you 5,000 XP per kill. Save, quit, and reload, you'll be right here in the exact same spot to kill him when you spawn in. So in 3 to 4 minutes time, you should be able to net upwards of 50,000 XP or more depending on how fast you are and if you bother to check his loot. He has no dedicated loot drops, so don't bother unless you need iridium. This is by far the easiest way to get XP in UVHM to max out your level to 72 fast. Now be warned, this only works if you have not done the mission to turn the power on in Three Horns Valley, because if you have, that turns on the power and activates the fast travel near Doc Mercy, which will ruin where you spawn. So that's my favorite 5 ways to level up in UVHM. Let me know in the comments section what your favorite XP farms are. Please be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this, and if you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified when I post a new video. Also, there's a couple days left to get yourself a K6 logo shirt, hoodie, tank top, or stickers. Click the Teespring link in the description below or the annotation at the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.